Hi everyone, it's Keren here from tuppencecoloured.co.uk. This is what I've been making today. It's a cute little fruit crate, and it was inspired by this picture here in the annual catalogue. Now, we used to call the annual catalogue the Catalogue and Ideas book, and it's a great way of it's a great place to actually get some inspiration, and I absolutely loved this when I saw it, and this is my version, so stay with me and I'll show you how I put it together. This is craft card and it's 3 inches by 10 inches, and I'm going to score it at 3 inches and again turn it round and score it at 3 inches, and that is going to be the base of my box. This is our new classic label punch, and I used it to cut myself a pattern. So I cut myself a piece of scrap paper that's 3 inches by 3 inches, and I decided where I wanted the punch out to be, and I've put some snail on the back and I've put my fingers all over it to sort of de-tacky it a bit, and I'm going to use this to line up where I want my punch out to be. So I just want to make sure that I can't see any white paper, and punch. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And punch. I've cut 4 pieces of craft card that are 1 inch deep by 5 inches long, and I've stamped them on our hardwood stamp. Oh, here it is, using Sahara Sand ink. And the way I did it was I put the stamp face up on my table and I just inked it up, and then I just put my strips of paper across the top of it, because that is a big old stamp, okay, and it's very, very difficult to try and, you know, actually hold the block and turn it over and press it down the paper. So I find it easier to put the stamp face up on my table and to push my paper or my card down onto it. And I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch and 4.5 inches, and I'm going to do the same with every one of these, 4 inches and 3. Right, so here are my 4 pieces of card. Okay, and I'm going to bring in my silicone mat to protect my table, and I think I'm going to use wet glue on these. Yeah, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the outside and pushing that a little way up from the bottom, and I am just squishing that into place and trying to make sure that it's straight. So that's one. Yep. And of course the nice thing about wet glue is that you do have a little bit of adjustment time with it. So that's one piece, and we're almost there. So last thing, and I've done the same thing on these pieces of card, and they are 3 inches square. I've done the same thing. I've stamped the hardwood onto them, and I'm just going to just round the edge. Put a bit of sticky on the bottom of that there and just along the top there. Oops. And I want my panels, I want my wood going up and down, not side to side. Now you can see that is why I lapped around the outside, because inside that is all nice and smooth. And back in with my punch one more time, and it does fit just about, and line it up. Not sure how well you can see that. Can you see that at all? Move that up the way, yeah. And up that comes. And the same thing for the other side, for the other panel. And again, making sure that my pattern is going vertically, not horizontally. And squish that down. Bring the punch back in. And again, I'm just moving it around till I'm in the right place, and I'm not quite. There you go. You see that? Not very well. Sorry about that. And push. And that's it. I have a piece of craft card which is 2 inches wide by, it's about 4 1/4 long, and I've got 2 punches. I've got the scalloped tag top punch and the banner triple punch, and I'm going to use both of these. Now they, I think it's just slightly wider. Now the way they work is that you slide in and you punch, and do the same on this one, and punch, and that's the tag that I am left with, and I'm happy with that. I'm using stamps from the Perfectly Wrapped stamp set, and I've already lined them up on my block, and I'm using A Little Gift for You, and I've got chocolate chip ink. I'm just going to ink up my stamp, and because these are photopolymer, I'm working on my silicone mat, and I'm going to line that up where I want it, and I'm going to press down and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's stamped perfectly. This is the length of the burlap ribbon which is in the new catalogue, and I've just cut down it, and I'm just going to pull a thread off it, and I'm just going to tie that through my tag. And now I'm going to get another length of the burlap ribbon, and this time I'm going to keep it all in one go, and that will tie on to that, like that. And here's my little gift to go into my crate. I'm just going to bring that round and just tie that in a knot. And I think that now is looking suitably rustic. Nearly done. The gift that I'm putting in this crate is actually quite heavy, so I want to reinforce the base, because otherwise you have a floppy bottom and that would not be good. So I've cut a piece of craft card which is 3 inches by 4 inches, and I'm just going to just put a little bit of snail, which to be honest I could probably get away without. Oops. And I'm just putting that into the base of the crate. Alright, so just a little bit more decoration. Now if I go back to my original here, which is here, so you can see they've put a doily, and they've put some of the fruit stand paper on the, is it called fruit stand? Yes, fruit stand designer series paper. And I don't have any of that paper, so I am going to use some of our DSP stack, and this is from the Bright stack, and this is pumpkin pie. And I'm trying to decide which way I prefer. Do I prefer that side? Yeah, I think I do for once. So this is a 2 3/4 inch square, and I'm just going to align it point to point and fold from the middle out. Right, and I have 2 of our new delicate white doilies, and just going to fold over about 1/4 away from the top, and again I'm just going to eyeball it and a bit of snail to put it in, to keep it in place. There we go. I'll do the same on the other side. So sort of eyeball it so that it's where you want it to be, and it needs to come up a little bit. Although it is quite difficult for anybody to see both sides of this at the same time, so you don't need to be quite as fussy as all that. But whoops, unfortunately that will be covered, so I'm not going to stress about it. I'm just going to carry on regardless, because this is going to cover it. There you go. I think I'll put just a little bit of snail there, just to keep that from, it's all happening. So I'm going to put a bit more snail. There. And then everything sits down and behaves nicely. On this side, it's not so bad. And it probably would have helped if I'd thought about doing this before I stuck everything down. And it will definitely help if I hold the snail the right way up. Duh, early Sunday morning again. Sorry guys. So yeah, so just think ahead a bit and you'll be fine. Okay. There we are. So now I've got my cute little napkins and tablecloths. So So all that remains, I've got some shredded tissue here, which I bought online from eBay, but it's widely available in gift shops. This is the fine grade stuff. And I'm going to bring my wrapped gift back in. Now this is just actually I went to my bathroom and picked out a few little samples that I had there, so I'm not actually going to be giving this to anyone. This is just for illustration purposes, as they say. And I'm going to trim down this this burlap ribbon, which in texture is more like the jute ribbon that we had in last year's catalogue, which was wider and it was white, but it was the same kind of construction. Restart. And I'm just going to fit that now into my crate. And just basically titivate it a little bit, just fuss it up a little bit. So there it is, all finished. awful lot fiddling around there for a minute. So there's my finished crate, and I do hope very much that you So there is my finished gift crate, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if so, so there it is, the finished gift crate, and I hope that you've enjoyed this project, and if so, then please leave me a comment or click the like button, and if you would like to see more of my tutorials, please do subscribe to this channel. I will be posting more soon, and there is a blog and a Facebook page, and you can get there from the links in the more information box down below, and there's also a link to my Stampin' Up shop as well. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Okay, I didn't like the picture was all over the shop. And there is the finished gift crate, and I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial, and if so, then I would absolutely love it if you would leave me a comment or click the like button, and if you'd like to see more of my tutorials, stop. And here's my finished fruit crate. Now I did chop down the top of my cellophane bag there so that it was a little bit neater, and I think that is rather a cute way of presenting a gift, and I hope you agree with me, and if so, then I hope that you will leave me a comment, give me a like. If you want to see more of my videos, then please do think about subscribing to this channel. I'll be posting more soon, and I've also got a blog and a Facebook page, and you can find the links underneath this video, and there's also a link to my Stampin' Up shop as well. For now though, thank you very, very much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.